The In Conversation podcast series with author Nigel Beckles.
Please like the podcast and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.
Welcome to the podcast.
Get ready for takeoff.
Welcome back to my In Conversation podcast series. My guest for this episode is a contributor to a recently released book exploring personal experiences during the coronavirus lockdown, Lescha Marshall-Witter. Greetings, Lescha. Welcome to my podcast series. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much. What have you been up to recently during these strange times?
I would say learning about more who I am and developing myself and business. That's what I've been doing during this time.
You are an author involved in a new book. What inspired you to become involved with that project?
I've always wanted to write. I've always written, whether it be poetry or diarising, journaling. And this was just an amazing opportunity, especially during this sort of lockdown, shut down behind the doors. I felt a bit useless, I'll be honest, and I really felt like my life was still moving forward. So contributing to this particular book felt as if I was capturing a very special moment, but still moving forward with my own personal goals.
So what is the book called and what is it about?
The book is called Life in a Lockdown 2020 Behind Closed Doors.
And I understand that you collaborated with some other writers. How did that work?
Right, yeah. So I'm one of 22 women, or 22 authors that got together and we put the book in. And basically we started doing a weekly Zoom call about 15 weeks ago, just purely because we've used to meet up in the physical for other events, and we weren't able to anymore because we were all told to socially isolate. So one of my friends, Dee Bailey, she started doing Zoom calls, and then the momentum just kind of picked up week after week after week. And then we got to about week 7 or 8, and somebody suggested that we capture this moment, perhaps in a book or with some sort of video or blogs or vlogs. And then quite a few of us, i.e. 22, said, yep, love the idea. And before you know it, 6 weeks later, we've all become published authors.
Oh, well done to you and to the others. Yeah, you said 15 weeks. So from the beginning of the Zoom calls to the book being published, how long was that then?
That was roughly 7-8 weeks. So it was right in the middle of May, I believe. So we were about 6 to 8 weeks into the lockdown. And then this was like sort of week 9, week 10, which was the really intense part of it, where I think a lot of people were starting to feel how bad it would be if we sort of had to remain behind our doors. So I think we actually chose like the worst moment of lockdown to actually capture these moments that we were all experiencing.
Well, I look forward to reading the book. So what advice would you give to someone who wants to become an author?
First of all, start journaling. Always write things down, make notes, and don't stop. Don't worry about grammar. Don't worry about spelling. Don't worry if you have a learning difficulty. Just physically get something on paper. Get it out or recorded audibly. And just keep adding. Just keep providing yourself with content. You are your best content, is what I say. And just keep on going. And eventually you will have enough either poems or bits of paper or scraps or famous sayings or one-liners where you can work with a book consultation coach and they can help you formulate a body of work, whether it be a journal or whether a full written piece or just poetry or prose. You know, there are so many different ways in which you can formulate your words and put them between the covers, and there are lots of people out there that will help. So that's how I kind of sort of started, was from a workbook.
So did you have a book writing coach?
Not for this particular piece, because it was just a short piece of 1,000 words, but I am currently writing my own book, and I do have a book confidence coach, and she keeps me accountable, and she makes sure that I'm on track, that I don't slack, and any dates that I kind of give myself, as in deadlines, you know, I'm going to commit to this date, she ensures that I keep moving forward, so I get that piece of work out of me. I think that's the biggest thing, is lots of people start writing books or say they're going to start writing a book, but nobody is making them accountable. I didn't write this piece for Life in a Lockdown with a book confidence coach, but I have since acquired one because I'm writing my own book, and she keeps me very much accountable. So in regards to deadlines and dates that I set for myself, she makes sure that I'm always progressing and that I at least give myself an hour a day of just writing. Otherwise, none of us would get our books out. So it's about being committed and dedicated to actually getting your own book out.
And being an author myself, it also takes a lot of discipline, because some days you may not feel like writing. writing or doing research, depending on what type of book you're writing. So what is your book about? Or what is your book going to be about?
My personal book?
Yes.
I can give you the title, and hopefully from that you might be able to guess.
Go ahead.
It's called Body Count.
Well, that's intriguing.
But it's not about murder. It's in that respect, as in physically, because I don't want anyone to think, oh my gosh. But yeah, so yeah, I've been counting a certain section of my life, and it seemed to be quite interesting, and I thought, why not be brave and put it in a book?
So, Lescha, what other interests do you have besides writing?
I'm a mentor for Womanhood Academy. So I speak to girls between 8 and 16 about, guidance and just things in life that I think would have helped me when I was their age. I'm also a cook and owner of Yard Foods, which is Caribbean cuisine inspired with love, is what I say. I'm based in Hertfordshire, so that's something that I've recently started this year. And I also am a key worker. I drive for my local pharmacy. So I've got a few hats that I wear.
You sound like you're a very busy woman. So when you are free, how can people contact you?
Email, preferably, which is bouncingback@yahoo.com, which is nice and easy. Or you can find me on my socials. I go by the name Natural Mystic, so you'll find me under I Am Natural Mystic, and it will pop up on YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and everything else. So everything's linked. You can literally Google me and I will pop up. The Natural Mystic or Lescha Marshall-Witter.
Okay, Lescha, it's been lovely talking to you. Thank you very much for your time.
And yourself. Thank you very much indeed. Take care.
Please like the podcast and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.
Have you experienced several failed relationships or been through a divorce? How can you avoid making the same mistakes again? How to avoid making the big relationship mistakes is out now.
Hi, my name is Nigel Beckles. My new book is packed with practical and common sense strategies that you can use to make better relationship choices.
Now you can discover the dangerous myths about love. If your relationship expectations are realistic, why you could be falling in love for all the wrong reasons.
How to avoid making the big relationship mistakes. It's a book that could change your life.
Available from www.relationshipmistakesbook.com and amazon.co.uk. Kindle version also available.
Award-winning author Pamela R. Haynes. Her latest book, Loving the Brothers, is available from Amazon and all good bookstores now. Nominated in the Best Writer category by the BLAC Awards for 2020. Loving the Brothers by author Pamela R. Haynes. Order your copy of a fantastic book now.
Looking for Love is a documentary that explores black relationships in the UK, seeking answers to difficult questions, transforming the way we think about love and relationships.
50% of couples who marry this year will get divorced.
Looking for Love from the award-winning director Menelik Shabazz is finally available on DVD.
If I had been to a counsellor or been to a therapist, I would have dealt with a lot of those issues a lot quicker.
Get yours today from lookingforlovefilm.com.
Thank you for listening. Please join me for another In Conversations podcast very soon for more interesting and entertaining discussions. Stay safe.
Please like the podcast and subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Please like the podcast and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.